Hi friends, it's Dave from Southgate Imaging. So it's a stormy day here in Halifax and it got me thinking, if I had to learn the guitar again from scratch, would I do it the same way? And I've been playing guitar for 20 years and I think I would do it the same way. And I'll tell you why. I speak to new guitar players almost every day. And a lot of them have the impression that they're going to learn from YouTube. And I'm a YouTube content creator. I would love to think that you could learn effectively to learn guitar just with YouTube. I don't think you can. And I'll tell you why. To me, there's a big feedback loop when you're working next to, it could be virtual, but when you're working with one-on-one or 1 to 2 or 3 with an instructor. So maybe you have a technique thing that you don't even realize you're doing wrong. You can be watching and playing with YouTube videos forever, and you know something? You're never going to get past that hump. Maybe you're having a problem with bar chords, or maybe it's just the way you're holding the guitar neck or whatever. An instructor is going to be able to catch that right away and get you working with good technique. Otherwise, you're going to spend 10 years playing with poor technique and you're not going to progress. And if you don't want to progress, that's okay, that's your thing. But if you want to progress, work with an instructor. Find an instructor you really, really vibe with. There's some, and there's some instructors you just want. Maybe they like country music and that's their jam, and you don't. You like whatever. You like metal or whatever it is. But find an instructor that you can vibe with, and that's easier said than done. I'll talk to loads of people that say, I just couldn't progress with my instructor and I gave up playing. It's your job to find an instructor that you're going to be comfortable with. So that's number one. You get that comfort thing. I actually had great progress working with groups, like maybe 4 or 5 in one instructor. What I found is that would be a 1-hour class, and I didn't get information overload because you're getting so much material coming at you fast in, say, a 30-minute lesson. The group lessons are generally a little longer, and you have more time to absorb that, and you get more interaction with the students and things like that. What are you practicing? What are you playing? These kind of things. So to me, that's a great way of doing it. Now, when you get past that, the next step, I look at guitar playing as a very social thing. I want to sit down with a group of people or with some friends and be able to play. So there's two things that I actually did past the regular lessons. First thing I did was what they used to call at the time weekend warriors. So they would take, used to be a Saturday afternoon when we went to Long McQuaid and they had a music room and had a coach, and the coach would put a band together. She'd have a drummer, maybe a keyboard player, a couple of guitar players, a singer. And the coach could he covered all those bases. He knew those instruments. So he could put that group together and you learn what it's like to play in a band. You actually learn why bands break up, because it's pretty obvious when you're working with people if they have different objectives, right? Or different, idiosyncrasies, I guess is a good way of putting it too, that bands break up because of that. But it's a very good learning opportunity. So Weekend Warriors was great. The other thing I find as I continue to play, I love going to the guitar jam. So you'll hear me talk a number of times. Guitar jam, I'm taking the guitar, we're working on a song. The guitar jam I go to, there's a sock theme every week, and you pick a theme, and that gives you a theme to either learn a new song or polish one off that you already know and go play it. So that's been a great kind of learning thing for me. I really, really enjoyed that. So what YouTube can do, if you want to learn a particular song, it's fantastic. You'll see a little of the tricks, they'll show you the licks, they'll show you the timing, the strum pattern, that kind of stuff. That's really good. But that's not going to help you with your basics of learning, and you're not going to have someone that is looking at your technique, right? But YouTube can be great if you want to learn a song, or you got a new technique you want to learn. Maybe you want to pick up a little finger style. Well, that's really good. You might be able to learn some of it from there, but really you'll progress a lot faster with an instructor. Anyway, I hope this helped. and like I say, I talk to people every day. Oh, and a little bonus content from you. If you can't decide what guitar you want to start with, learning guitar is not about how expensive your guitar is. It's not about the gear. You just need something that's decently playable. And take it from me, because I bought a lot of gear. You could pick up something like this. I flog them all the time on my channel. Yamaha FS 800. You can start with this, or you can start with an FG 800. But these are just great instruments. They still sound good. They're easy to play, and they're a serious instrument. They have a solid top. So the gear part of it, you don't even have to think about that. Put the time into your playing skills and develop that. The gear will come and the gear will go, but when you acquire the playing skills, that's with you for life. It really is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the content. Remember to like, subscribe. If you have any questions about your learning journey, where you're at, hit me up. I love talking guitars. Anyway, thanks. Have a great day.